risk. Hold on. The forecast is bonjour. It'll take you by storm.
RTV?
What's happening?
Fantastic.
It's wonderful. I'm the new WHT, the Fat TV. For your enjoyment, I've filled every day with lots more viewing hours. I'm bursting with tons more movies. Over 45 every month. More showbiz specials, live action-packed sports, plus a delectable selection of nightcap films. All without cable TV. Call me, the new WHT, toll-free today. I'm emphatically the Fat TV.
So what do you think, George?
I think I like it.
I love it. It's romantic.
Tell you what, you find a place for it, and I'll go make us some General Foods International coffees.
Delicious. I taste almonds.
It's Cafe Amaretto. It's romantic.
So, George, what do you really think?
I love it. It's you.
Celebrate the moments of your life.
With General Foods International coffees.
Natalie Wood, Richard Bamer, Rita Moreno in the spectacular production of West Side Story. 11 p.m. on Academy Awards Saturday here on Channel 5.
Diane, wait. Oh, I gotta borrow your detergent fabric softener. One load to go, and I ran out.
You're still using regular detergent and fabric softener? Go Solo.
What?
Solo. It gets your clothes deep down clean and fluffed up soft.
Go Solo.
These muddy jeans are no picnic.
No problem for Solo.
And this old towel?
It'll be incredibly soft.
Go Solo. Look, dirt mats down fibers. Solo detergent cleans fibers, lifts them up, releases tough, deep down dirt. And Solo softens fibers, so fibers feel cushy.
These are mine? They're so clean, even the knees.
Recognize this towel?
Only the color, it's so soft.
That's Solo. Regular detergents can't soften or fight static like this.
Obviously, I don't need to buy a separate fabric softener.
What do you think?
Go Solo.
Solo gets clothes deep down clean, fluffed up soft. Go Solo.
Thing called intelligence.
Dr. Tom Cottle, educator. Dr. Tom Cottle, psychologist. Dr. Tom Cottle, noted author. That's why when Tom Cottle listens, people
Boy, this
talk.
Is a great life. How did I get here? This is a great life.
12 noon weekdays on Channel 5.
This is no ordinary train. This is the legendary Orient Express, witness to many strange adventures and foreign intrigues. From Istanbul to Calais. This is no ordinary passenger.
Monsieur Poirot is a detective.
This is the world's most celebrated crime fighter.
I take a professional interest in crime.
Agatha Christie's brilliant Belgian detective.
Oh, Belgians? I always thought you were French.
Albert Finney is Detective Hercule Poirot. This is no ordinary mystery.
Can't touch nothing.
This is Agatha Christie's most perfect crime. Murder on the Orient Express. Starring the greatest cast of suspicious characters ever involved in murder.
The murderer is with us now. You can identify the murderer?
Lauren Bacall.
I mean nothing of the kind. I mean there was a man in my compartment last night.
Monsieur.
Martin Balsam.
She did it.
Thou shalt not kill.
Ingrid Bergman. Jacqueline Bisset.
He makes it sound like a poison.
Jean-Pierre Cassel.
Monsieur Hercule Poirot.
Sean Connery.
How did you know? Beddoes.
John Gielgud.
Mr. Beddoes. He did it. The butler did it.
Wendy Hiller.
You never smile, Madame Defoncé.
My doctor has advised against it.
Anthony Perkins.
It seems like I'm kind of incriminating myself.
Vanessa Redgrave.
Not now. Not now. When it's all over, when it's behind us.
Rachel Roberts.
And I...
Richard Widmark.
show you this.
Michael York.
He did it.
The Who's Who in the Whodunit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to my own reconstruction of the night of the murder.
Murder on the Orient Express.
The choice is 5.
The following Big Apple Minute is brought to you by the Bell System.
This is a New Year's banquet, an annual celebration at the Nippon Club at 145 West 57th Street. It's open every year for all members of the Japanese community to enjoy. Although the Nippon Club is private and offers special services including dining and banquet rooms to its members, there are also several activities here open to all New Yorkers. Americans and Japanese alike can study ikebana, or flower arranging, Japanese and English languages, koto, or harp, Japanese classical dancing, calligraphy, embroidery, decoupage, and tea ceremony. So call for information on classes and art exhibits here at the Nippon Club. You need not be a member to benefit from its many colorful offerings.
Hello, I'm Robert Ito. I just finished shooting my TV show, so I've got to call my cousin Toshio in Japan. He always wants to hear the latest plot. You know, because I call a lot. He thinks I'm a millionaire. He doesn't know I can dial a 1-minute call for only $2.53, 95 cents for every minute after that. And I don't tell him. If you got fans or friends over there, call them. But let's keep the price a secret.
Bell brings the world closer.
Come to Gimbel's spectacular April sale for fabulous savings. Pay just $12.88 a square yard installed for a beautiful selection of Saxony and sculpture broadloom from Lee's and World. For just $169 each, choose a solid maple desk, dresser, chest of drawers, bookcase, or lingerie chest. Record up to 6 hours of your favorite programs with a Fisher VHS system with remote control, now $497. So many sensational savings during Gimbel's April sale, now through April 11th. Don't miss it.
Assistant caterer reporting for duty.
Welcome. Ready to feed an army?
Now with the chicken salad I made last night, it tasted funny, not fresh like yours.
Did you use Hellman's mayonnaise?
Why? Is Hellman's fresher?
The freshest. From the first spoonful to the last. So I know my recipes will always taste their best.
Hellman's can make a difference.
Bring out the Hellmans and bring out the best.
Right? Oh, she's here. You okay? Hi. Thanks for coming, Madge. We're warming up for my show.
Our first exercise, ladies, hide the hands.
It's dishwashing. What'll I try?
Everything. And use Palmolive liquid. You're softening in it.
Feels soft, like a lotion. Must be mild. But how does it clean?
Beautifully. Makes a whole sink full of thick, long-lasting suds. And Palmolive softens hands while you do dishes.
Madge, you and Palmolive really shape up.
Well, you should see us in a bathing suit. Remember, Palmolive softens hands while you do dishes.
Natalie Wood, Richard Bamer, Rita Moreno in the spectacular production of West Side Story. 11 p.m. on Academy Awards Saturday here on Channel 5.
Come to 52nd Street and Madison Avenue, Tourneau Corner, for an unsurpassed collection of Tourneau watches, including the Spinnaker. Tourneau at Tourneau Corner.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
A new chancellor for the largest school system in the nation. The New York City Board of Education picks Mayor Koch's candidate. A perfect landing for the Space Shuttle Challenger brings 4 men home from space and caps an historic mission. Nature is ready to strike again in the South. A deadly combination of rain and rivers has thousands on the run. Lisa Brazzini has the weather. Tom McDonald will be here with the sports. I'm Nancy Glass. This is the 10 o'clock Weekend News. Good evening. Robert F. Wagner Jr. today was named Chancellor of the New York City school system. In a closed-door session, the Board of Education voted 6-1 in favor of the 39-year-old deputy mayor. This election is seen as a victory for Mayor Koch, who lobbied long and hard for Wagner. And as Chuck Curry reports, it marks another step in a bitter fight that's not over yet.
I can think of no job more challenging, no job more important for the city's future than being Chancellor of the city school system.
It was a race for school chancellor that pitted supporters of black and Puerto Rican candidates against the candidacy of Robert Wagner Jr., and it was a pleased Wagner who was overwhelmingly approved by the 7-member Board of Education. But not everyone is as pleased as Wagner over the decision to make him the 14th head of the country's largest school system. And now, despite the vote, the forces which backed Deputy School Chancellor Thomas Mitter for the job say there is still a chance for their man.
The only criteria that would allow members of the board to select Robert Wagner as Chancellor is the raw power manifest by the mayor and in support of by the borough presidents.
Why that decision over people that you know, people who are part of your staff?
Well, the reason we took Wagner, because basically he is not an outsider. For the last 3.5 years, Robert Wagner was the mayor's liaison with the Board of Education. He was deeply involved with overall problems. We did not consider whether the individual was a minority or not a minority. That's number one. Number two, our considerations were, number one, the background of the individual, and how could he accomplish that particular task.
Are you totally convinced that fiscal and political skill is more important than a qualified minority in a school system that's 75% minority?
Well, let me ask you something. If I believe that race should decide whether you select someone, then wouldn't that be a factor for all commissioners? And I don't believe that. I believe you select people on the basis of their ability.
Mentor would not comment on those who are planning demonstrations before the board on his behalf. But speaking like winner and chancellor, Wagner said his first order of business will be to bring together opposing forces, then use his fiscal experience to bring about policies to deal with special education programs and a 45% school dropout rate, which he says has hardly changed in several years. The president of the Board of Education says the 6-1 vote does not officially make Robert Wagner Jr. chancellor yet. That will not happen until the board holds a public hearing on Wednesday, April the 13th, at which time board members, he says, could change their minds. Chuck Curry, Channel 5 News, Brooklyn.
In another American city, the issue of race has surfaced time and time again in a really nasty fight. Lonnie Reed reports from Chicago, where voters choose a new mayor on Tuesday.
He started out the front runner and wound up the underdog. Harold Washington's complexion is not his only political liability. Washington's campaign has also suffered from disclosures about past legal problems, including some jail time for failing to file income taxes. In his final Saturday rally, Washington told cheering supporters he needs every vote they can get.
You don't have much time. It's dwindling. The votes are there. People's ears are open. They want to hear the good sound. They want to see the open hand. They want to know that there's hope in this city, that it can be made a beautiful city. And you've got to do it. You've got to do it.
Republican Bernard Epton has come this far mostly because his Democratic opponent is black. Disclosures about Epton's stays at psychiatric hospitals have not harmed a candidacy that capitalizes on racial fears. Epton has denounced what he calls overzealous supporters who instigate racist incidents, and he's pulled the TV ads that warn Epton before it's too late. But the Epton camp is concerned it may have turned off the white liberal voters he must have to win. As he campaigned today, Epton called for racial harmony.
I expect all of you to be a part of my administration. This will be one city, and you'll all be part of it.
Given the racist charges and countercharges, this has been an ugly campaign, even by Chicago standards, where political slugfests are commonplace. And a lot of Chicago voters have come to the conclusion that neither one of these candidates is any prize, and that no matter who wins, the people of Chicago may lose. From Chicago, I'm Lonnie Reed, Metro Media News.
Former Vice